Good morning everybody. Day 63. Had a beautiful camp spot last night. The views were spectacular. I'm sure I've put a piece of the video in before I've started talking today. If I haven't, then I'll do it now. But yeah, it was one of my favourite places to wake up. I think so far my favourite's probably the one next to the fast flowing river at Whitewater, just before Mission Creek. But as a view goes, that one was pretty breathtaking. Really rare for us recently to be able to have phone cell signal before we go to bed and when we wake up. So we managed to check out a lot of obviously comments on our Facebook and YouTube, try and reply to a lot of them where we can, make sure that we're keeping on top of it and sort of showing people the respect they deserve really for taking time out of their day to sort of comment and more so send us the messages. I know we keep saying it, but it's so lovely to receive all the messages we're getting, and it really helps, especially as you've seen recently. We've had a couple of low days where we feel like we let ourselves down with Mount Baden-Powell by letting it get on top of us really, and not going back and showing the fight we have been. I think there'll be positives taken from that. Will be, I think, because we felt so deflated from quitting in a sense, I don't think we'll be doing it again for a while. So yeah, take the positives out of that. Well, when we started this morning about 2 miles ago, we were 45 miles away from Agua Dulce, which is our next resupply, and zero. I know a lot of people stopped before it at either the LA RV park, which comes highly recommended by the trail family we started with, and Acton itself. What we've kind of decided is we're going to push past them two, simply because neither of them are on the trail. So you need to arrange someone to pick you up, but also you kind of have to lose half a day just to get off trail and then come back on to do your resupply. What we found out is in Agua Dulce there's a campsite called Serenity Oasis, which is actually you walk past it as a trail. Oh, sorry about that, I'm just out of breath a little bit. So we're gonna stay there so we don't come off trail, and there is a shuttle service on a Wednesday that takes you from there to Acton. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim to get there for Tuesday night, bearing in mind today's Sunday. Get there, use the laundry, have a shower, start charging some of our equipment up, because they have all the facilities there, because it is an actual sort of holiday campsite. Then on the Wednesday morning get the the early shuttle to Acton, where we can go and do a resupply, check out what's there, because I think it's a bit more of an equipped town, and get the last shuttle or a later shuttle back. The other positive thing is it's obviously cheaper to stay in a campsite than a hotel, and we're still clawing back the money we spent in Idlewild when we had the sort of 9 days in total off because of the weather. So it's just about balancing the books as well as some of it. So that's sort of the plan. So in short, we have 3 days to do 45 miles. So nice easy 15 mile a day. That was a challenge previously, but now it's become sort of quite easy for us in a way to hit the 15 mile marker, and that's kind of become our minimum daily target. But today's beautiful. Just conquered one of the 2 big hills for today, which is why I'm a little bit out of breath. But this land's so beautiful. The the contrast in landscape and terrain on the PCT is incredible. Anybody who is thinking about in future possibly doing the PCT, like, I've got to say I highly recommend giving it a shot. And even if you don't think you can finish, come out and do a month or two on a trail. Like, live wild for a month or two and use that as your target, and don't worry about the miles. How often do people get an opportunity to live wild off the land and use water springs for your water sources and visit these remarkable towns along the way and feel like you're a celebrity when you go into them? I can't emphasise that enough. The kindness you feel in the towns makes it the best holiday you'll have on its own, really. But yeah, so I digressed a bit. If you, like I say, we're going to get to Agua Dulce, have a bit of a rest there, and then get rid of our winter gear. We've just bought some lightweight blankets so we can post off these big, huge winter sleeping bags. We won't need them for a few 100 miles. Shed some weight and go into the desert. The Mojave, here we come. So yeah, today's a fun day, mostly downhill, hiker's dream, get some miles in without pushing ourselves too hard. First stop is 8.5 miles from where we camped, because that's the first water source for the day. So we're carrying 2.5 litres with us. Got some in my bottle and some in my Canuck, which I found out was the correct way to pronounce the Seanock, I've been calling it. It's a Scottish word, I think Gaelic, meaning mountain. So every day is a school day again. It's known as a Canuck, not a Seanock, which is interesting. We love people letting us know. As you've probably all realised by now, I'm rubbish at pronouncing town names, so don't ever feel like it's a dig or anything like that at us. If you correct something I've said wrong, or even on the Facebook pages if we've sort of missaid something or it doesn't make sense or it's not correct, let us know. We don't want this page or video or vlog to be incorrect. A lot of people are in the same boat as we were, planning to do the PCT, using these sort of videos as help and guide for this year, next year, 5 years. So help everybody, it's a community, it should help each other out. You never know, something you say today might help someone dramatically in the future, could save them an injury, more severe things, or even it could be something that you say might change somebody's mind about doing a different hike like the AT or the CDT or something. So please feel free to drop comments and correct me. Actually makes me laugh a little bit when I do, so it's taken in good spirit. So yeah, I've waffled this morning again. One thing I need to say is my hiking friend, not Jo, or Moonlander as she's now known, my friend Bobby Orange is out at the moment. I think we're starting to get in the excess heat now, so I've always wondered about how bad I smell. I think I'm taking it to a whole new level at the moment. I hope you can see it on there, but my cap has gone like a crusty white colour. I'm refusing to wash that now, so as well as not having a haircut or a shave, I'm going to let my cap grow mould, I think, just for more fun. But the bobby between the pits is quite unique. Just for those who don't know, bobby orange means body odour in the UK. It's a bit of a slang word. I think it's a bit more kind than BO or body odour. And we've got a lot of friends following along, and we've even got one that's apparently stopped showering to show solidarity to our cause. So Good morning everybody, day 64. Got into camp late last night, so please forgive the fact we didn't do any recording or anything. But by the time we got there, I think there may have been people already either winding down or asleep, so just kind of respect the privacy a little bit and keep the noise down. So we didn't get much in the way of recording. I meant to take some photos, but again, by the time you get there late and you get your tent up and have something to eat, the sun's sort of gone down and it's starting to get cold and dark, so I didn't actually do much last night really. Really positive day yesterday. Got about 16 miles done. We were hoping for 1 or 2 more, but in all honesty it was a really tough water carry day yesterday. It was a very hot day, and there was kind of only one water stop at the 8.5 mile mark, so it's kind of a big water carry to there, and then from there to where we camped was another 8 mile water stop. So on normal days, cooler days, I'll try and carry a litre for every 4 miles. On the hotter days, like yesterday, try and carry 1 litre for every 3 miles. Just keep you hydrated. And then on top of that, sorry, there's a sneaky hill that appeared. On top of that, every time we get to a water stop, or before we set off in the morning, I always drink a litre straight away, as fast as I can, not as fast as I can, sorry, but over the rest time, get that into my body, and then go back out. On a night, I drink a litre of water, and then between sort of the hydrating and the food, and having a peppermint tea, which is what we've come to have every night, it's probably another litre. So it's kind of, across the day we'll probably have 4 litres in break times, and then like I say, depending on the mileage, how many litres I carry. So yesterday was a hot day. Wasn't necessarily hilly. It was a really bit like a roller coaster really is the best way to describe it. It was kind of 2 or 3 miles up a hill, say 1,000 to 1,200 feet, say, and then it was 2 or 3 miles down a hill, and then you get to the bottom, you do half a mile or so on flat, and then it was like back up, which isn't so bad. On cool days it's quite nice, but on a hotter day you don't really feel a benefit going downhill, but going uphill you certainly have to work for it. But like we always say, the positive thing about going up a hill is the views get more spectacular as you go up. As you can see now, we're currently on about 400 feet from where we started to about, I think it's 1,100 feet in total over 3 miles this one. So we're about a third of the way up, but already you can see how beautiful the views and things are getting, and even nature itself and sort of the plants and things as you're going higher, so totally change in front of your eyes. It's incredible what a mile can do on the PCT. As you can see, there's quite a lot of burnt trees. There was a fire here I think 3 years ago, I think it was. There's a memorial we passed for some of the people who lost their lives in it, and for recognition for the firemen that helped. For those of you who aren't familiar with the PCT, the problem with burn areas is you get something called poodle dog bush that thrives in burnt areas. I think we've mentioned it briefly before, and if I can find one I'll take a zoom in image for you now. But it's really nasty stuff, really nasty. It kind of leaves 3rd degree burns on your skin, blisters and bubbles, and it's really evil stuff. You've got that, and then you've got one called poison oak, which again is pretty nasty, but not as severe as poodle dog bush. Strangely, poodle dog bush smells exactly like marijuana, so when you're getting near it, you know it's about, because you can smell it. If you can smell weed, you know it's about, so be careful, because even a very, very small contact with it can be pretty serious. So that's not nice stuff, so we're always aware of that. The rattlesnakes and things are dying down. I haven't really seen a rattlesnake now for 4 or 5 days. We've seen a lot of your racing snakes about around here, and one I've not seen, which I think it must be a gopher snake, I think it's called. It's the only one I haven't seen. I seen one yesterday that I didn't recognise, so I'm assuming it was that. And we've been warned that in the next 100 miles or so, there's a version of a rattlesnake called the green rattlesnake. It's a lot more aggressive. It doesn't always warn you, so I don't know if this is just somebody winding up the Brits, but apparently this one doesn't like people, so it doesn't rattle to warn you. It will attack. It is aggressive, so if you see one, keep your distance apparently. So that'll be fun, new thing to learn for us. Nothing like an animal that wants to kill you. But we were talking yesterday, and unfortunately one of the girls that we started with, and we walked through with for the first few 100 miles, I've seen one call. She's been suffering really badly with injury, and she's had knee problems and feet problems, and unfortunately she's having to take a couple of weeks off the trail to rest, and hope she comes back, so I wish her well. It's an awful thing for someone that you know as well to suffer and obviously have to cut their journey short possibly. So I really hope the rest does it well and she gets back on. She's about 100 mile ahead of us at the moment, so if she comes back on, she might be approximately 100 mile behind us, so she might be able to catch us up and we can walk again. And I think she spent quite a bit of time with different people and things as well. We just had different strategies at one point, and we wanted to take it slow and make sure we got up onto the San Jacinto, and that meant us having that week off, and quite rightly she didn't really want to do that. So it's kind of what happens with the Tramleys. You all can start together and you might be at a similar pace, but when situations happen, it's sometimes what you want to do and what they want to do is different, so you separate, and it's very easy for 10-20 miles to turn into 50 miles difference, and before you know it, you're at a point where you're probably not going to catch them again. So I wish you all the luck and speedy recovery on that. So for us today, we are 30 mile, well, we started 30 mile from Agua Dulce, and that's still our aim to get there tomorrow. Have a Nero tomorrow, get into camp late tomorrow, get the tent set up, and then have a zero the next day, and do all your usual town chores, get a couple of Modelos. Incredible, some of the things you crave. Your body just totally changes in terms of what you fancy and what you crave, and your diet and everything changes so much. I think I've ate more avocados since coming to California than I've ate in my life previously. They're just amazing out here. I just keep wanting avocado with bacon for some reason. It's nice to have things to look forward to when you go into town. It's like in the real world, you have your weekend you look forward to, whether that's seeing family and friends, socialising, watching sport or whatever it is. For us, it's getting to towns and just not being a hiker for a day, getting everything washed clean, feeling better about yourself, getting all your items charged back up, so when you get back out you've got maximum sort of capacity for batteries for your phone, your camera, your sort of Garmin, your torch, all that sort of thing. But it's just nice to have a day of not being snacks and Moonlander, being Dean and Joe again for a day, and just going and having a bit of a giggle and fun. On that, we've we know we've said it a few times, and we're genuinely really taken back by people who say we want to get you a beer and things when you go to town. We've obviously been saying to people at the moment, like, it's not really possible because we don't really want to give our bank details and things out. Largely it must be an American thing, I think, because the majority of people are reaching out and saying they'd like to get us a beer or something when we're in town seem to be people we don't really know from home, which is really nice. But obviously the world that you live in, you're always a bit cautious, and there's no disrespect to the people reaching out to us, but we are trying to set something up which will make it a bit fun as well for people who want to buy us a beer. So when we get that set up, we'll shot a post out about it. But I think we've tried it with my dad at home and it worked, and so we're just busy putting that together now. So the option's there. We don't expect it in the slightest, and please understand we're definitely not sort of struggling financially here, but I know a lot of people are really behind that, and it's, again, like we've said, the American kindness and things is so different to what we used to in the UK. It's difficult for us to sort of comprehend. It's just the way that you want to share and sort of do nice things for people that you don't even know. It is really humbling, so we are grateful, and as I always say, please keep the messages coming. We absolutely love messages from people just giving us a bit of support or comments, and even more so, no disrespect to people back home, but when it's someone you've never met who's sending you such a positive, kind message, it's incredibly humbling, like we said, and we feel amazing for it, so thank you for that. And I've waffled for nearly 13 minutes now, so I'm gonna cut the camera off, do some more walking, get you some background with some music on, because I know everyone likes that as well. So speak to you soon.
Better days are coming if no one told you. I hate to hear you crying over the phone, dear. For 7 years running, you've been a soldier. But better days are coming. Better days are coming for you. So when the night feels like forever, I remember what you said to me. I know you've been hurting, waiting on a train that just won't come. The rain, it ain't permanent, and soon we'll be dancing in the sun. We'll be dancing in the sun. I'ma sing your song together. I'ma sing your song together. We never miss the flowers until the sun's down. We never count the hours.
Day 46, and we're starting the day with a humongous rattlesnake. Sorry, day 65. Got put off by the huge rattlesnake. I don't know if you can see that because it's in the shade, but it's certainly the biggest one I've seen. But it has a very small rattle on the back. It looks like it's been damaged, so maybe it's been in a bit of a fight or something. But it only had like 2 rings on it. So I don't know if that's an age thing or what, but it looked like it'd been in a bit of a fight. It didn't look very like a clean 2 rings. I don't know if you could see it on that video. But yeah, definitely the biggest rattlesnake I've seen so far. And we got an interesting fact about rattlesnake from one of our favourite little junior viewers. Can you remember what the fact was, Jo?
Yeah, we had a message off Jamie, my nephew. Hi Jamie, hi Lottie, saying that did we know that the rattle in a rattlesnake is not actually a rattle, it's rings of keratin, which is like the same protein that makes your nails, that rattle together. So it's like rings that rattle together like bones. So thank you, Jamie. We didn't know that. We did think it was a proper rattle because it certainly sounds like it. Well, thank you for watching, and it's lovely to hear from you and from your dad and Claire. So thank you. We love you lots.
So there, yeah, a fact to start the day. Something you don't get off me very often, facts. So yeah, that was a lovely fact. And like I say, I love hearing facts from people, especially if there's any youngsters watching. Let us know. And if you've got any interesting facts about the PCT, let us know again. And we might learn something while we're out here. So today, just to change the subject, aim is Agua Dulce. It's about 18 mile away. So it's a long day, but I think we're not in a hurry to get there, luckily for this one. It looks like there's some places we can get food that will be open till about 9. So just try and get there for then. It's just a campsite again, so no check-in. Just go there. It's probably an honest box or a envelope or something. But nice way to start the day. Lovely view. And a fact. Excellent. Speak to you all soon.
We never count the hours until they're running out. You're on the other side of the storm now. You should be so proud. The better days are coming. Better days are coming for you. So when the night feels like forever, I'll remember what you said to me. I know you've been hurting, waiting on a train that just won't come. The rain, it ain't permanent, and soon we'll be dancing in the sun. We'll be dancing in the sun. I'ma sing your song together. 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 Your story's gonna change. Just wait for better days. You've seen too much of pain. Now you don't even know that your story's gonna change. Just wait for better days. I promise you I won't let go. I know you've been hurting, waiting on a train that just won't come. The rain, it ain't permanent, and soon we'll be dancing in the sun. We'll be dancing in the sun. And we'll sing your song together. And we'll sing your song together. And we'll sing your song together. And we'll sing your song together.
Good evening, everybody. So, as usual, today didn't really go to plan for us. We got a little bit distracted again. We're going to have to snap out with this, but we did about 10 mile. Popped into the RV resort just before Acton to get some cold drinks, and we ended up getting stuck. We got a couple of sodas and then discovered that Pizza Hut deliver here, so we ended up with pizza, fries, Pringles, and then decided that we were in a carb coma, so we wouldn't be able to go out. Subsequently paid for a night, and if you can see just through the fence there's a nice big swimming pool, which is probably going to be freezing cold, but I'm going to go and have a dip. And yeah, we decided we're going to have a bit of an Nero. All the planning in the world is a waste of time with the PCT. I'm starting to realise you can plan things a week before what you're going to do, and you just get totally and utterly, I think the phrase people use is vortex, where you just get sucked into something and end up staying there. And yeah, it's life. Was next to the what's known as the premium camping area, apparently, where you get like a fire pit and a barbecue and a big bench and a charging point. But as of yet there's nobody using it, so we're kind of going to hijack it. But it's a really nice place to pop into. There's a pizza oven down there, and there's like a There's like a bar area, but it doesn't sell alcohol or anything. It's just like sort of snacks and soft drinks. But actually, it's been a really hot few days, so a few refreshing drinks are all we kind of want and need. So what it does mean is we've got 8 mile left to do tomorrow to get to Agua Dulce. Oh, sorry, 10 mile left to do to get to Agua Dulce. And we're just going to take it nice and steady. So originally we were going to have a 0 in Agua Dulce. We're kind of talking now about just having a Nero. Having a Nero today. So like it's 3 o'clock now. So we're just going to call it today. Chill out here. And walk to Agua Dulce tomorrow. Then stay there overnight. And in the morning do our sort of laundry and things like that. What it does mean is we can have a shower tonight and start charging some of our equipment up, so it's less to do tomorrow, and just have 2 Neros instead of a 0. But if the Sierras aren't ready for going through, we're about 2 weeks behind getting to the Sierras, maybe 3, so there's no real rush for us. We're quite happy with how things are, based on us trying to push through San Jacinto and then having to take it slow, and also not me personally not being fully ready for that sort of mountaineering in snow. We're kind of the mindset that we'll let everybody else go through first and create a path, and we can read comments and feedback from what everyone else is doing that are more experienced, so it'll make it a bit safer and easier for us. But in the meantime, we're hiking, we're on holiday, and we're enjoying ourselves. So we've decided to have another Nero, a little bit sooner than we originally planned, but why not? Work hard, play hard. Good morning everybody. So day 66, just left the RV park. I think we're on about mile 445. Lovely little stop there last night. Felt like a real treat. Like I say, it wasn't planned. We just got there and it just felt right, so we stopped. Had a nice chilled night, pizza delivered, a few sodas. Had a bit of a lie-in this morning, and then decided to set off later this morning, so had a really nice rest. Gonna stop at Agua Dulce again tonight. So like I say, I have 2 Zeros instead of, sorry, 2 Neros instead of a 0, and carry on as normal really. So it was a nice place to stay. If you do decide to stay there, get some earplugs. There's a train that goes past in the morning about 3 AM, and again pretty much every hour after that. So it does disturb you, but apart from that the staff were lovely. Place needs a bit of TLC, but they're starting to do that. So yeah, good stop. Another stop tonight. Nice. So I'll let you know as we get further on. We're 11 miles to go.
I seek the water, I seek the trees, I seek the heavens, and I'm brought down to my knees. Yeah, I know anger, I know peace, yeah, I know darkness, and it knows me. And it knows me. 'Cause 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 'cause
Nearly didn't see it. We have a rattlesnake.
Bless my soul, grace set me free. I know my sins and they know me.
Hello everybody. So we're at an area called Vasquez Rocks. We believe this is the PCT, but it's become a little bit difficult on the foot all of a sudden. So I'm just gonna. So better. Wrong time to put the camera on as usual. It's a very beautiful area with all the rock. So that snake I've just seen was very strange. There was two of them, but I could only see one at the time. When I managed to help him along a little bit, I thought he'd gone, but then another one came flying out straight away. Luckily I hadn't started walking, but although it looked like a rattlesnake, neither had a rattle on, so I don't think they were rattlesnakes. I think they just looked like them. I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me what type of snake it was, but I mean, it could have been a rattlesnake, like it just didn't have a rattle.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta see together. All I know, love will save the day. Hear what your mother said, read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others takes a different view. My, oh my, You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Time has no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can stand the pace. The words keep on spinning, can't stop if you try to. The best part is...
Good evening everybody, that's day 66 almost complete, just a mile from the main part of Agua Dulce where we're going to hopefully stay for the night. We decided we're going to go and there's a Mexican here that's supposed to be really nice, so we're going to go and grab a Mexican and hopefully a Modelo. But we just come out of Vasquez Rocks National Park. It's absolutely stunning. Anybody who's ever in the area, whether you want to hike the PCT or not, there's a little short trail. I think there's a sign there. I'm just going to walk over it and see what it's called. And it takes you around the sort of 3 mile we've just done. It was absolutely stunning. It felt like you're on a film set. It's called the Homestead Trail. it was really, really beautiful. So if you're ever anywhere near Agua Dulce for whatever reason, I highly recommend you pop over and have a look at that. But yeah, everywhere you look it's just stunning. A lovely big house there with a, looks like some sort of little ranch at the side of it for cattle or horses of some description. What an amazing view to look out of every day. Just the dream, living the dream, that for me. Just being able to look out at such beauty every day, but I'm not sure I could survive in the desert. But yeah, that's, like I say, day 66 complete. Do some little snippets of the Mexican tonight and the area. But yeah, have a Nero chill out, back on trail tomorrow, and then head off to our next little section, which we haven't fully decided yet, but it's probably going to be Hikertown or that area next. So leave it there and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
I got a case of the restless legs, yeah, and tireless wandering.